Welcome to Notes from the Messy Middle. I'm Erin Gregory, storyteller, business owner, wife, and mom of 3. If you've ever found yourself stuck between where you started and where you hope to be, you're in the right place. My hope is that you'll hear your own story in these conversations and feel inspired, because the best progress happens right in the messy middle. Hey friends, welcome back to Notes from the Messy Middle. I was so excited yesterday by the response to the first episode that all day long today I wanted to bail on work and just get back to doing this and talking to you. I absolutely love that I'm at a point in my career where I have a bit of experience to offer and have had fellow consultants and writers and small business owners reach out to collaborate. So thank you for your support. It motivated me to get back on after a full crazy work week. If you're new here, I'm Erin Gregory, writer, strategist, storyteller, owner of ErinGregoryCreative.com. And most days referee between children. If I'm not working or writing, I'm outside in my garden getting some dirt therapy, squeezing in a quick run with my dogs, watching any of my 3 girls play softball, or hanging out with my main squeeze, who happens to also be the producer of the show. This podcast is about the down and dirty process of creating work that matters. The stumbles, the challenges, the moments of crying in the corner that can all lead to beautiful moments of clarity. In our very first episode, I introduced my book, Living on Purpose, and read the opening section and the inspiration behind it. Today, we're continuing right where I left off after that rude awakening hit that I didn't recognize my own life. I'd let the chaos take a hold of me and was caught right in the middle of it. I have no idea how I got here. Now I am in yet another small town. It's where jobs and life carried us. But it was never really the plan. Once upon a time, I imagined palm trees, Pacific sunsets, and drinks with my college best friends. Dreams shifted after I met Mike. Suddenly moving out west mattered less than a life with him. His work charted the course. A job he hated, but it paid the bills. Our new path wound through small southern towns where the heat clung to your skin, through jobs and industries I had yet to learn, through cultures I didn't vibe with, through long commutes and short leases. Every move was a new adventure, but not the kind I once pictured. These adventures were quieter, harder, rooted in making ends meet and finding our footing over and over again. The truth is, I wasn't confident enough at that stage to lead our family. I wasn't ready to shoulder the pressure of being a key financial contributor. I was young, inexperienced, insecure. So together, Mike steered the ship, and we figured it out. And then came the kids, each one tilting our world in a new direction. Love piled on top of exhaustion, stress, and anxiety. Joy tangled with fear, fear of failure, fear of losing our way, fear of the unknown. So much fear. Our house grew louder, messier, fuller. We laughed sometimes until our sides hurt. We'd cry sometimes when the weight felt too heavy. We'd hold on, just keep going. But the truth is, now, 15 years into this crazy journey, it never really gets easier. You just get stronger and better at handling it all. We pile into the car. The smell is overwhelming. Stale Cheerios crushed into the carpet, spilled coffee in the cup holders. A faint sour note from a lost sippy cup hiding somewhere in the back seat makes me cringe when I settle into my seat. I turn the key, crank the heat, and the fan blows the musky smell in my face. The girls argue over who gets which seat. Mom, she's looking at me. You're sitting next to each other. That happens. Tell her to stop. Close your eyes, then you won't look at her. But she's still doing it. I grip the steering wheel and mutter, girls, no screaming before 8 a.m., please. I take a long sip of coffee and wish it was stronger, a magical elixir jolting me into a professional state. Drop-off is a blur. Preschool hugs, reminders about mittens and sharing, a wave at the door, then to the Y. Mia is already whimpering in the back seat. She knows. She always knows. Even at 1, she senses what's coming. I'm about to leave her for the morning. This is the sacrifice working moms face in order to provide for our families and go after our own dreams. With one arm, I haul the car seat. The heavy diaper bag slides off my shoulder and my body tilts precariously from the lopsided weight. My back protests with a groan, but as I walk toward the YMCA doors, waving hello to colleagues and members, Their presence melts away my fatigue and frustration, replacing it with a new sense of purpose. They creak as I push them open, the same sound every time. Familiar now, this place has become a second home since we moved here. 4 years already. Time flies when you don't sleep. The floors used to be off-white with a hint of blue. At least that's what people say. Now they're streaked and scuffed. Thousands of shoes have left their marks. Strollers, gym bags, wet sneakers from the pool. The polished lawn gone. It doesn't matter though, not really. The Y doesn't need to be shiny, it just needs to be here. One of my favorite executives at a YMCA in Ohio once said, "The Y is here when you need it." Those words are a mantra in my mind. No matter the phase of life I'm in, it's a place to gather, to move, to belong. For me, it is comfort. The smell hits me next. Chlorine from the pool, sweat from the weight room, a layer of industrial strength cleaner that tries but never fully wins. Not glamorous, not fancy, but reliable. I shift Mia's weight on my hip and breathe it in. The child watch room glows with the harsh light of fluorescent bulbs. Posters peel from the walls and a basket of toys lies in a disheveled heap. The moment Mia hits the floor, she lets out a full-volume, red-faced scream. I sign her in anyway, the familiar knot in my stomach tightening with a twisted mix of relief and guilt. Relief for a few hours without her clinging to me, and guilt because I know she'll cry until I'm back. Rough morning? A familiar face. Mercedes leans in. Same as every morning, I say, forcing a laugh. She'll be okay, she assures me. And I offer a strained, "Thank you so much." I know I'll see Mercedes again soon, walking the halls with my fussy daughter, just like every other day. I walk towards my office just down the hall from the child watch and am already on, refocused for the next priority. I'm so grateful to be able to work at all at this phase of life. With 3 children, the ability to afford childcare is out of the question. The Y is a source of refuge to young mothers. "Hi, Erin, can you help me with this?" asked a new member of the membership team. "Of course. Which part's giving you trouble?" I reply. "Erin, do you have a minute?" Another colleague calls from the front desk. "Sure," I answer. The first member offers grace, knowing the new Y members in need of my attention come first. My phone buzzes before I can head back to the desk. It's the editor of our local magazine asking about a pending story. Deadlines are my drug in this industry of constant messaging. She will have to wait, however. My current obligation comes first. And then I hear a new voice, calm and warm. "Good morning." I look up to see the Bakers. It's just 2 people with 3 young daughters, similar in age to my own. But the way they carry themselves stops me cold. They have an easy confidence, a quiet calm. They aren't strained and stressed like I am. They're happy, content, and seem to have a secret that immediately intrigues me. They looked me in the eye, they smiled, not the tight, polite smile people give out of habit, a smile that felt real, a smile that made me want to lean closer. I couldn't have known it then, but meeting them was the beginning of everything. Thank you for listening to today's conversation. I hope it gave you encouragement for your own messy middle. If you'd like more stories like this, you can find me on Substack and social media at Erin Gregory Creative, or visit my website at eringregorycreative.com. Until next time, thanks for joining us in the messy middle.